Good day and welcome to today's construction class. My name remains Oluwatumbi Blessing Olalekon, the founder of Maeklltech. Alright, today we'll be considering the problem as displayed on the screen. A truncated cone. A truncated cone. Alright, so we'll be producing the given view, the complete plan, and a surface development making the shortest side as the same. The surface development making the shortest side, which is side AA, as the same. That is what we will be considering right now. So to produce the given view, the very first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to lay my t-square as displayed on the screen. I'm going to produce a thin horizontal line in this order. Okay, so I'm going to actually pick my set square. All right, I'm going to produce a line vertically, but it's going to be faint. Okay, it is going to run across that horizontal line and it's going to be perpendicular to that horizontal line in this manner, like this, as you can see on the screen. Okay, so we are told that the base diameter for the cone is diameter 64. So that is going to be 32 towards the left and 32 towards the right from the center line here. So right here and right here, that is the diameter, diameter 64. Okay, after doing that, I'm going to actually pick a mark of 10 mm towards the bottom part from the base. I'm going to produce a slight horizontal line there for myself. Okay, so that is it. So from this area now, okay, we are told that the height is what? The vertical height is what? Is 54 for vertical height, which is right here, vertical height of 54. So from this mark of 54 to the base here, I'm going to draw it faintly first. Okay, faintly, and also faintly in this direction. Now look at this. So at a mark of 20, so from this midpoint, okay, yeah, at a mark of 20 on the vertical plane, that's mark 20 on the vertical plane, I'm going to draw it horizontally like this towards my right hand side. So at this mark, so a line was drawn at an angle of what? 30 degrees. So with my 30 degree set square, sliding my set square to this junction as 30 degrees, I produce this. I'm going to make it bold. I produce this. Okay, that is the cutting plane right there at that area. Okay, as you can see on the screen now. And also from the base here at a mark of 15 degrees, so I'm going to place my protractor right here at this very junction here. Okay, yeah, at this junction, at this very junction, my protractor at this very junction at an angle of what? Of 15 degrees. 10, 15, this is 15 degrees here. So at an angle of 15 degrees, I'm going to what? I'm going to draw. I'm going to what? Make it bold also from here like this, and that is it. So then I'm going to what? Close this area like this. Then I'm going to close this also like this. So that is the what? That is the elevation itself. I have the elevation. Then what's next is what? Is to produce the plan. So to produce the plan, how do we go about that? I'm going to actually pick the radius of 64, which is 32, which is the midpoint right here, from here to here, and from here to here. Or you can as well measure 32 with your compass on your ruler. So with mark 32, I'm going to stand on this area right here and what? Create a mark on this vertical line here. So wherever it intersects with this vertical line here, I'm going to what? Produce a circle in this order. So I'm drawing the circle faintly first. So I'm going to divide that circle into 12 equal parts. So first of all into 4, then what? Then into 12 equal parts. Okay, so I haven't divided the plan into 12 equal halves. I'm going to do my numbering from here. Okay, and you know these are marked what? A, which is going to act as our sim, which is the shortest side. So from this area, I'm going to name this mark 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 0 over what? Over 12. 0 over 12. So after doing that, what is the next step I'm going to take? The next step I'm going to actually take is this. I'm going to pick my set square. Alright, then project from each of those points vertically to the base. So mark 0 and 12. Okay, aligns with this area like this. Right there. Okay, mark 1 and 11 vertically, touches the base right there. Mark 2 and 10. Alright, touches the base right there. Mark 3 and 9 touches there. Mark 4 and 8 touches the base right there. Mark 5 and 7 touches the base right here. Then mark 6 touches the base right here. So then from where it touches the base, I'm going to drag everything to the apex, which is here. So mark 6 is already there. Mark 7 and 5 on its way from the base to the apex gives me this. Mark 8 and 4 to the apex gives me this. Okay, mark 3 and 9 is already there. Mark 2 and 10 to the apex is going to give me this faintly. Then mark 1 and 11 to the apex is going to give me this faintly. Alright, so I haven't done that. Now it is truncated at the top and at the bottom. Truncated at the top and at the bottom. So let's get the truncation at the top first on our plan. Right, so to do that, this mark here is for mark what? 0 and 12. This next mark here is for mark what? 1 and what? 11. This next mark here is for mark what? 2 and 10. This is mark what? 3 and 9. This is mark what? Where the faint line touches this truncated part. Okay, that's what I'm actually referring to. This is mark what? 4 and 8. This area is mark what? 5 and 7. While this area is mark 6. So from where my lines, the rays which actually goes through the elevation to the apex or to the vertex, wherever it touches this truncated part, I'm going to bring it vertically downward. Okay, so for this first mark here, this area, that's mark what? 0 and 12. I'm going to draw it like this, vertically downward, and this is where it touches my what? My 0 and 12. I'm going to style it a little. So the next one, 1 and 11, from here where it touches the cutting plane over there, I'm going to pull it downward. So this mark 1 and and 11 right here. Then the next is mark 2 and 10. I'm going to pull it downward also. It touches mark 10 and and 2 right there. Then the next is 3 and 9, which already there. 4 and 8 straight away. Mark 4 and 8 downward. It touches my 8 right here, and it touches my my 4 right here. Then mark 5 and 7. Mark 5 and 7, which is this 5 and 7 there and there. Then mark 6, which is from here like this downward. So mark 6 touches here right here. So having this spot, I'm going to join them together using my using my French curve. I'm going to join these points together using my my French curve, since we are dealing with a with a cone. All right. Okay, so with the aid of my French curve, this is the curve I actually have. So this area is actually for the truncation on the upper part here. It remains for the for the bottom part. So how do we locate the bottom part on our plan? So likewise, the same thing we did at the upper part, we replicate the same thing at the bottom part. So the same step you took as the upper part here, you are going to replicate it at the at this bottom part. So mark 0 and 12 at the bottom, which is from here. Do you see that? From there, I pull it down. 0 and 12, I'm having it right here. Then followed by 1 and 11, and it touches here right here. Take note of that. 1 and 11. Oh, sorry for that noise. I am closer to the airport here, so that's the noise of the airplane. I am very, very sorry for the noise on the background. That's the sound of an airplane about to take off. I am very sorry for that. All right. So 1 and 11 right there. So this spot is going to be mark 2 and 10. That very spot, mark 2 and 10. So then from here, I pull it down. So this mark mark 10, and this mark mark 2. So this area is going to mark mark 8 and 4. 8 and 4 at the bottom part. So I pull this down, 8 and 4. This 8 here, and this 4 right here. Okay, hope you are taking note of that. And the next one is mark 5 and 7, which is this. I pull it down also, 5 and 7. which is somewhere here, 7 and what and 5 somewhere. Then my mark 6 remains what remains this spot right here. So I'm going to join each of these points together with my what, with my French curve also, So this is the curve derived for the bottom part. And so to complete my plan, I am going to actually section this area. And the reason I'm going to section this area is because this object is a solid object. So I am going to actually show my section line on this area here using my 45-degree set square. Like this. Right. Okay, so I haven't gotten the plan. This is my complete plan now. Okay, so the next thing is to get the surface development, making the lowest part as the shorter side as the same, which is mark what AA as the same. So to do that, all I'm going to do is to actually pick my compass. All right, picking my compass from the vertex, okay, to this area here, to the bottom here. Okay, so I'm going to just stand anywhere here. I can stand anywhere on my paper here and what? I'll just pick a spot like this. I can make it faint. Okay, just pick. So the radius from here to here, top to bottom, right there. So draw that. So after drawing that, I'm going to pick my ruler. Then from that midpoint, I'm just going to cover it, join it from one of the ends there. So join it from one of the ends over there. I'm going to pick my compass. Okay, pick one of the sector on the plan right here. Okay, either mark 0 to 1, 1 to 2. Then I'm going to replicate it 12 times on this arc which I drew here. I'm going to replicate it 12 times to mark out the circumference of that cone. So mark 1, mark 2, mark 3, mark 4, mark 5, mark 6, mark 7, mark 8, mark 9, mark 10, mark 11, and mark 12. So after doing that, I'm going to join each of those spots to the midpoint here. Okay, I'm going to join each of these mark to the midpoint here. Then I'm going to do my numbering: 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, that is it. That is the way. So what is the next procedure now? That is quite cheap, like planting chips. All right, yeah, don't mind me. So each of the spots where the line that moves from the base to the vertex, wherever it touches the cutting plane here, I'm going to pull them horizontally till it touches the edge here. So the reason I'm actually trying to do that is to actually get the true length of each of these spots, so that I can actually replicate them on my plan. On my surface development. If you don't get what I'm trying to say, just follow me as I proceed. So this area is mark 6. So mark 6 projected. Okay, this is mark what? Mark 6. The next one is mark, this is mark what? 5 and 7. This next one is mark 4 and 8. This next one is mark 3 and 9. This next one is mark 2 and 10. This next one is mark 1 and 11. And the last one here is mark 0 and 12. That is for the upper part. So let us sort out the upper part first of all. Right, let's sort it out. So picking my compass from the apex right there to mark 0 and 12 here at the upper part. So I'm going to stand right here. Then 1, 2. That's for 0 and 12. You know this area is on on 0 and 12. So from this mark also, see where I'm picking it from. I'm picking it from the outermost part here, where this point. I drag these points to the external line here. So where it touches, that's where I'm picking. I am not picking it from the inside. I'm picking it from the outside where it touches. That is the true length. Okay. So right here is mark mark 1 and 1 and 11. So picking it, standing at this area, I pick mark 1 and 11. So then from this same spot, I pick the next one, which is mark what? Mark 2 and 10. So standing right here, I mark it out, mark 2 and what? And 10. Alright. So the next one, mark 3 and 9, which is this. So mark 3 and 9. Coming down here, I pick mark 3 and what? And 9. Okay, then the next one, mark 4 and 8, which is this, mark 4 and 8. Coming here, I pick mark 4 and what? 8. So the next one is going to mark 5 and 7, which is this. So mark 5 and 7, mark 5 and 7. Then mark 6, which is practically this. Okay, mark 6, which is what? This. So I pick that area as it is over there. Do you see that? So let me actually draw out the curve mid in that area, on that area. So I'm going to join where each of these marks intersect these lines. I'm going to join them together using my what? Using my French curve. I will join them together using my what? Using my French curve. All right. Okay, so I've done the upper part. Now to the bottom part. Likewise, I'm going to actually project every point at this bottom part towards to this edge here. Okay, so mark 6 is already this. So I'm going to project mark 5 and 7, which is this right here, to the edge there. So that's what? 5 and 7 at the bottom. So then mark 4 and 8 at the bottom. Yeah. So this 4 and 8. Alright. So next one is 3 and 9. From here. This 3 and 9. Followed by 2 and 10, which is this 2 and 10. Then followed by 1 and 11, which is this 1 and 11. Then this area is mark what? Mark 0 and 12. So replicating the same thing I did towards the truncation part at the top, I'm going to replicate it at the bottom also. So from the bottom, let me start from the biggest. So this mark 6. So mark 6 is going to be automatically this point here. Yeah, that's going to be that point. Then followed by mark what? Mark 5 and 7, which is to this area here. So standing right here, mark 5 and what? And mark 7 right there. Are you following? Sorry, that's dark. Mark 5 and 7. Mark 5 and 7 right there. So followed by mark 4 and 8, which is this. See, from that area, mark 4 and 8. Mark 4 and 8. Sorry, mark 4 and 8. Okay. So from this junction, mark 4 and 8. Okay. Then followed by mark 3 and 9, which is here. Mark 3 and 9 is that area there. Mark 3 and 9. So coming here, I pick mark what? Mark 3 and what? And 9. Then followed by mark 2 and 10, which is right here. Mark 2 and 10 right there. Then from here, mark 2 and what? And 10. Then followed by mark 1 and 11, which is right here. Mark 1 and 11 right there. So mark 1 and 11 right there. Then mark 0 and 12, which is that portion there. So mark 0 and 12. That is it. So I'm going to pick up my French curve and also going to join each of those points together also. Alright. Alright, so that is the surface development of the object as displayed on the screen. So making AA as the same, which is the shortest side. So this is the same. A. That is the same. And this is the surface development of the object displayed here. Alright, my name remains Oluwatunbi Blessing Olalekon. Kindly ensure you subscribe to this YouTube channel and also refer it to your friends who might be in need of it. Thank you.